a little chilly, a little cloudy, might rain a little bit. That's okay. Today we're gonna do some more subways. Everyone seemed to like that last subway episode, so let's keep looking at subways. We're gonna go ride the Q line, which may not sound exciting at first until you realize that the Q runs along one of the oldest continuously used rapid transit corridors in New York, dating all the way back to the late 1800s. And a lot of the original stations are still in use, so this should be pretty cool. If you're just finding this channel, I pick out places in New York to go explore, and I take you with me. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. For now though, let's go find some old subway stations. All right, we're at the first stop here. There's not much room on this platform. So this first stop here, we're at Beverley Road, and we are on the Brighton line, which now the Q runs along. The Brighton line began as the Brooklyn, Flatbush, and Coney Island Railroad in 1878. So we did some original stations from the IRT line in Manhattan last time, and that was the first subway in New York. This is older than that because this line was actually a steam train line originally. This is one of Brooklyn's earliest rapid transit railroads. It's also one of the oldest continually used rapid transit corridors in New York. Like we said, going all the way back to 1878. So in 1878, the Brooklyn, Flatbush, and Coney Island Railroad opened up service from Prospect Park down to Brighton Beach. And it was mainly for beachgoers at the time. Between the 1870s and 1880s, that line passed through a few different owners and became the Brooklyn and Brighton Beach Railroad. And then in 1896, it was acquired by the Brooklyn Rapid Transit Company, the BRT, which then began modernizing all of Brooklyn's railroads. Now in the last IRT video, I talked about the BRT, and I got a bunch of comments from people saying the BRT didn't exist. It's the predecessor of the BMT, which is what everyone remembers. So in 1900, this line was electrified, replacing all the steam locomotives with electric trains. And then between 1903 and 1907, there was a massive reconstruction. This whole line used to be at street level, but they took it from street level and put it down in this trench, added 4 tracks so that there could be express service, and built a bunch of new stations. So in 1907, many of the stations that are still on this line opened up in their near current form. In 1913, the dual contracts were signed between the IRT and the BRT and the city of New York. And through that, they started to expand the subway system in New York City. In 1915, the Brighton line connected more directly with the BMT subway system at DeKalb Avenue. And then in 1920, the Montague Street Tunnel opened up, giving Brighton line trains a more direct access into Manhattan. So the BRT, or the Brooklyn Rapid Transit Company, became the BMT, the Brooklyn Manhattan Transit Corporation, in 1923, after the BRT had gone bankrupt in 1918. The BMT then operated its part of the system until 1940, when the city combined all the subways into one unified system. So this station, the Beverley Road station, opened in 1900 as a 2-track street level stop to serve the new housing developments in Flatbush. And then as part of the 1903 to 1907 retrograde, it was lowered into an open cut and expanded to 4 tracks. The 1907 station house and the below grade tracks are a good representation of early BRT design. And the station house is on the National Register of Historic Places. There's the station house. All right, let's go back in. So now we face the real challenge of today, which is the frequency of the Q train. While I was standing there recording a bunch of that, like 3 of them came, and now that I'm ready to move on, the next one's in like 12 minutes. Ugh. What's even more annoying is I can see the next station. It's right there. Now I'm torn. Do I walk to it? I mean, you know, out on the street. Yeah, the train's still 11 minutes away. I'll walk. How's this for a subway tour where you walk from one station to another? Oh, it's like a block away, so it doesn't make any sense to stand there and wait. Did you see that thing? Some really nice houses over here. Nice little neighborhood. Transit armored car. Here's the next station, the Cortelyou station, if I'm saying that right. All right, here we are. I can see where we were at the Beverley Road station over there. So this one's pretty similar in design and timeline. Opened in 1900, was converted to the trench in 1907. Kind of looks pretty similar. All right, next train's in 2 minutes. So similar to the IRT stations, this was originally built as a shorter platform, and so you can see the older end of it here, and then they extended it down, and the newer end of it's down there. So this is Newkirk Plaza. This station goes all the way back to 1878, part of that original line. And then it was rebuilt in 1907 with the expanded 4-track layout. So this originally opened with the Brighton line as a surface level line, the steam line. And it was originally called South Midwood. After that 1907 grade separation project, it was renamed Newkirk Avenue. It stayed Newkirk Avenue until about 2011 when they renamed it Newkirk Plaza. This is Avenue H station. This opened in 1897 as Fisk Terrace under the BRT. The station was built to serve the planned residential communities of Midwood and Flatbush. Again, originally a surface station until 1907. The original 1906 station house was actually a historic landmark. We'll go find that in a minute. It was originally built in 1906 as a real estate office for the Fisk Terrace development, and then it was later converted into use for the subway. The station is actually kind of elevated. I don't see the station house yet. We got to cross under to get to the other side, and the car alarm keeps going off. There it is. Look at that thing. That's that old station house that was built in 1906 as a real estate office, and now it's a subway station house. That looks cool. Very quaint. It's even got rocking chairs on the porch. Well, I just missed one. Now we're at Avenue J, which opened around 1900 also. It was originally named Manhattan Terrace and was renamed in 1907 as part of the BRT grade improvements. This is Avenue M, which originated as South Greenfield in 1878. So this is one of the original stations on that Brighton Beach Line. Over time, it was renamed Elm Avenue and then Avenue M. Again, during the 1903 to 1907 grade separation project, 4-track layout was added here, and the station was built on an embankment to eliminate a dangerous street crossing. Then the whole station was rebuilt in 1907, and it underwent some modernizations with the rest of the stations between 2009 and 2011. All right, we got 2 more stops, Neck Road, and then the final one is Brighton Beach. The queue goes on to Coney Island now, but the original line only went to Brighton Beach. I say that except the queue isn't actually running to Coney Island today. Brighton Beach is the end of the line because of track maintenance, but normally it runs to Coney Island. So this is Neck Road. It opened in 1907 with the BRT's Brighton Line grade improvement project. This station replaced earlier surface stops and served the Homecrest community in southern Brooklyn. This is what I'm talking about, the service being all screwy. The next one's in 15 minutes, and then the one after that is like 6 minutes later, and then there's one 4 minutes after that. I don't know. here at Brighton Beach. This was the original terminus of the Brighton Line, and now we're down by the water, so it's windy. So this opened in 1878 as part of the Brooklyn, Flatbush, and Coney Island Railway, which was a steam-powered excursion railway bringing beachgoers down to the water. Originally, it was aimed at just beachgoers, but then it became part of the growing Brooklyn rapid transit system. And at that point, ridership grew beyond just seasonal traffic. And then, like we said, in 1920, the Brighton Line was connected under the new tunnel at Flatbush Avenue to the trains in Manhattan, which ended its reliance on elevated connections and fully integrated it into subway service. And you can see the water out there. That's the beach. All right, time to head back. It takes about an hour and 15 minutes for me to get back from here. Just relax on the train. Well, I'm back up to the east side. I'm cold now. The temperature's dropped like 5 degrees since I started this whole thing. Well, that was a fun little adventure down the Brighton Line, the oldest continuously used rapid transit corridor in New York. Now the Q. Good stuff. I'm enjoying these subway episodes. I'll find some more to do. If you're just finding this channel, be sure to check out all the rest of the episodes already available on YouTube, Up to the East Side. Like and subscribe, tell all your friends about it, and look for new episodes every Friday. Thanks for coming with me to explore New York City. I'll see you next time.